Evening. It is Cassandra Terry, your manifesting miracle maker, and today is Thursday. And Thursday, I have said for a very long time, is probably my favorite day of the M3 week because that's when we talk about gratitude. Today is Thankful Thursday. I am going to give you all a little bit of time to join me. And in the meantime, I'm going to pull up our quote for the day. So you guys come on in. Let's get this day started. Brianna, is that you? B Dawson 1114. Is that my Brianna? Good morning, Sonia. B Dawson, what's your first name? I think it sounds like Brianna, but I'm not sure if that's you or not. I'm not sure of your Instagram name. So let me know if that's you, Brianna. Welcome, Kiera. I see Free Mail. I see Road Dog 04, Carol, Mazio, Jacqueline Williams. Let's see, you guys. Well, P Love 4860, thank you for the love. You are dropping you are dropping love before we even get started. So I have to appreciate you on this thankful Thursday. You guys keep on coming in. We are about to get started. Hey, Jason, I was just about to say, where's my LinkedIn family? And you are the first one to pop on. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. You and I have not interacted in a while. I think it's been about a week or so since I was in the same room with you, but I certainly have not heard any of your spoken word in a while. So, hopefully, I'll be able to catch that soon. Good morning, Mother. You finally made it. I don't have to scold you later for forgetting about me. And I will see you this evening, Mom. Brenda Leese, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. I hope I don't mispronounce your name. Nokel Joseph or Nokul? No, looks like Nokel, but I'm not sure. Hate back to the fields. Sharky01. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Evan, hello. Ann, good morning. F Tony 49, welcome. Melissa, I see you guys joining. Green hats. Okay. Good morning, Kim. Always good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started. Today is Thankful Thursday. So, on Thursdays is the day where I love to talk about gratitude. I would encourage you. I started my morning this morning, and I try to start most mornings before I get out of bed, just thinking about three things that I'm grateful for. And in doing that, it kind of gets you in a positive mindset. Starts to, it has your focus on what's working well, what is pouring into your life, what's positive, what's good. And when that's the mindset that you're in, you're more likely to attract more of that. You're more likely to be aware. If some people may not like the idea of attraction, um, but at least you're aware of it. You're more aware of the good things, and that's the focus. So if that's what you see, um, if that's the mindset that you're in, you're going to see more of that. So while we're going today, I challenge each one of you to get in that mindset right now, and whatever form of social media you're watching me from, most of it would have the opportunity for you to comment. So start to comment. Let's start a gratitude chain all over social media, whatever it is that you're grateful for this morning. And there's not too many things. You can do it as often as you want throughout our time together today. Just drop in the comments what it is that you're grateful for. And one of the things that I was thinking about this morning in terms of gratitude was family. And family takes on, for different people, so many different can be, it can be formed in so many different ways. I have my actual birth family. I just said hello to my mom. She's watching now. I am excited that when my workday finishes today, I'm in the car and I'm headed to her house, and I get to spend weekend this weekend with family. P Love said, waking up, getting another day, and seeing your face. Well, P Love, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for you and that you decided to share with us today. And T said, life, waking up, and my children. Yes, 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 yes. TikTok, thank you so much for those comments. I appreciate that. I see Kim from LinkedIn saying, exactly, family. So my family is large. You know, I know there's some folks that I've experienced that has a very small family. Well, I'm the oldest kid out of 10 children, so I'm the oldest of 10, which made me like a mama early in life because I've always had little siblings, younger siblings. And even though we're adults now, I think even the baby, no, that's not, the baby is not 40 yet. The baby is still in her 30s, but the majority of us are really close to the 40s or beyond. I'm 55, so I blew the 40s away a long time ago. So, but most of my life, I have had little siblings. And then I have a family, a community that I've created because for quite a while I didn't live that close to my family. So I created, you know, there's people who come into my life that I call sisters, people that are like brothers to me. I've got family that is beyond my blood family, and now I have this virtual family. There's my sister Latoya. There's a key member of my virtual family. Eric just joined. My mom said God, life, and family. Eric, you got here just in time. I was just about to talk about you guys. T said you look good to be in your 50s. Thank you, T. Somebody else said that to me yesterday. So I really, really, really appreciate that because the 50s are halfway gone. So I'm as close to 60 now as I am to 50. So yeah, the years are passing by quickly, but I am trying to stay healthy, mind, body, and spirit, so that I can enjoy uh, the um, the experience, enjoy the journey. Um, Eric said we all say it. Thank you, Eric. And I have this new virtual family, so I spend a lot of time doing things on social media and a whole lot of time doing things specifically on LinkedIn. And Eric is my brother, and there's Brian, brother. These guys show up for me and support every single thing that I'm doing. I said Kim's name, Brenda Lease. These folks show up all the time. They have become a part of this virtual family that I can depend on. And it's become more than just the glass. We've connected with each other outside of these rooms, and we're building relationship. So family in whatever form that it is so important to me. Thank you for the rose, P Love. I appreciate you so much. Um, T said, "You're welcome. I want to look like you when I get in my 50s." Well, T, I have no doubt. Keep living, keep taking good care of yourself, keep loving on you, keep seeing the best in you, and you'll look better. You will look better. So just keep taking good care of yourself. I think stress is probably the biggest thing that ages us more than anything. Because when you're stressed, it touches you mind, body, and soul. So part of why I love us spending this time together is we get to talk about some of the things that can help us have the life that we desire, help us to get to know ourselves better, help us fall in love with ourselves so that we can and will do the right things, create the right boundaries, do the things that are necessary to take care of ourselves. Um, Grand Rising, everyone. That is probably my brother Brian. You're showing up, Brian, as LinkedIn user, so I'm not sure. Whoever just said Grand Rising. And then Philip says hi from Ghana. That's the other thing. And then there's Any, your global family is growing every day. Cassandra, keep building those relationships. I don't know if it's Beatrice or Beatrice. I'm going to say Beatrice. And Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if I've got it wrong, and then I can fix it. Says, hi, I'm joining from the US. Annie is in the UK. Philip is in Ghana. That's the other thing. These people are people that I interact with, quite a few of them on a daily basis. And I would not know that they existed. They would not know that I existed had it not been for this medium. Brian said, that's me, sis. I knew that was you. I felt you. I felt that, Brian, that this particular LinkedIn user was the bro. Annie, we call Annie the Godfather. So welcome, Godfather. He is instrumental in pulling a lot of these relationships together. Let's see, worldwide. We do have a worldwide, international, global, however you want to say it, community that's growing. And I'm going to ask each one of you right now, share the live, invite other people in. I've said hello uh, to most of you. Yes, Eric, the Godfather, is with us. He showed up from LinkedIn. Eric is watching from Instagram this morning. All right, so let me start. You guys share the live. Continue to think about what it is that you are grateful for. And if you haven't done so already, by all means, start to drop it in the comment. I don't care if it's one long comment or you're dropping a thing or two at a time. But as you go through and you're thinking about gratitude, when things pop into your mind, just drop it. Leave that comment and let's grow a gratitude chain across all 5 forms of social media that are watching right now. We're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and who did I forget? We're on TikTok. So right now, across all these forms of social media, we can create an environment of gratitude. There's so much ick in the world. There's so many people who show up just to say something nasty. We are the antithesis of that. We have the opportunity every day, with every keystroke, with every interaction, to make the world a little bit better. And gratitude gets us in the mindset to do that. So Deidre says she's thankful for her virtual family. So you guys just keep the comments going, drop them in. I'm going to get going with the quote. And at every once in a while, I'll start to read what you guys have dropped so far. Eric said, I'm grateful for you, Mrs. Terry. The way you show up for us is amazing. Thank you, Eric. I am grateful for you and all of the support. Your picture, the 80s, was the first thing that I saw this morning. And I woke up thinking about my virtual family and family in general, and how grateful I am for this whole community, this whole thing called family. And then your picture was the first thing I saw. And I was like, all right, the day is made, the tone is set. It's going to be a great day because that's what's already coming my way. So let's see. Kim, you are amazing. That's a lot to keep on top of. Oh, all the different the different I've got 3 devices in front of me. So TikTok is here, which is why you guys will see me look in this direction sometimes, because I try to give eye contact, FaceTime to each of the mediums. So TikTok is here. Directly in front of me is Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and then here is my Instagram family. So that's why, depending on which video you watch later, sometimes you're going to get partial face, things like that, is because I'm panning my desk so that I can actually talk to each set of folks. Sonia said, God, life, family, and extended family, which includes you, Mrs. Terry. Yes, ma'am, it does, Sonia. You could not get rid of me if you want to. We are family, and I love you, and I'm so glad that you're consistently here with me. All right, we've got DeAndre from Savannah, Georgia. Um, Kim said you do it so gracefully. Thank you very much. I try, and it's probably frustrating to somebody at some point in time, like, why is she not looking? But it's because I have to span the room to connect with each one of you guys. So just let y'all in on that little secret. That's why it looks funny to you, depending on where you are at some point in time. So let me give you guys the quote. Gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. And that was said by William Arthur Ward. Gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. William Arthur Ward. That's a lot to take in. But if we just common days, most days are common. There's not, it's not that often that the day has that big bang, right? Those big things that, oh my God, I'll remember where I was when this thing happened for the rest of my life, right? We've had those moments, the world has had those moments, but most days are pretty common, right? But depending on your mindset, those common days can be turned into Thanksgivings. How? Why would a common day? I'm getting hot, y'all. 55, the hot flash is coming. And this time I don't have my clicker right next to me, so I can't turn my fan on. So y'all send me cool breezes, cool thoughts. But common days into Thanksgivings. Well, I think gratitude, just like the author said, is the way. Because are you realizing all the things that are happening around you that you can give Thanksgiving for? We've been doing that already, right? Today's common so far, besides the picture of Eric that I saw this morning, it's been a common day. So otherwise, what do? You could just go through with the brain off, going through the motions, living on autopilot, and not realize all the things that you could be grateful for. Are you grateful for the common things in life? How about breathing? How about the fact that I woke up this morning? How about the fact that right now I am talking to and interacting with people in at least three countries? Three countries that I'm aware of because people chose to say where they were from. There may be more. I'm grateful that I have a community of folks that I can connect with. I'm grateful for opportunities that are forming every day in my business, in my career, with my family. Those are common things that I could actually miss and make the profound mistake of taking for granted if I didn't slow down enough. Tap in. I don't know if Jay's watching, but Eric, we're gonna tap in enough to connect and realize what's happening around me. It's raining outside. My husband and I, we get up every morning at 5:45, and we go and we walk. Hello, Miss Johnson. We walk for an hour, and then I get in just enough time to get my vitamins down and have some water, and then I start this live. Well, this morning it was raining, and I'm so grateful for the rain. We haven't had a lot of that in Texas. I have cantaloupes that I'm growing in my little garden, and they're so thirsty. They're trying. They're little bitty things. They're trying. But now they have rain, so they have the opportunity to grow. Me and my husband actually had the opportunity to sleep in just a little bit because of the rain. I could be frustrated because my schedule's thrown off. I don't have my walking in, or I could be grateful for the opportunities that the rain created that I wouldn't otherwise have had. I would have been outside. I would have been walking. That's great. I would be grateful for that. I'm a part of a 21-day challenge, so I'm trying to walk for at least half an hour, and we're doing an hour every day for the next 21 days and really build that habit up so that I'm moving this old body and not allowing myself to get stiff and things like that. I'm grateful that I can walk. I'm grateful that I have a partner that gets up and walks with me so that I can do it before my day starts, because otherwise it'd be a little too scary for me. The sun's not even up yet. So I can look at my day and pick it apart. It's only 7:30 where I am. So the day hasn't been going that long, but I can pick it apart already and see lots of things in the commonality of this morning that I could either not put any thought into at all, or I could find the gift in it and be grateful for that gift. I got about an extra 40 minutes of sleep this morning. I'm grateful for that. We're going to walk later, even if we have to go to the gym. So that's another connection point that we'll have together. I'm grateful for that. You guys are here and we're interacting. I'm grateful for that. So, y'all keep it coming. Think about the things that you're grateful for, because when you're grateful in the common day and you turn that into Thanksgiving, you have exactly what Eric just wrote, a positive mindset, and you're actually training your brain to see the gifts in your common day. And that in and of itself produces the Thanksgiving. One of the things I said a long time ago that Eric latched on to was I talked about the if you preparing to purchase a car and you're going to go buy this shiny new red car, you absolutely have been watching the prices right now. It's going to be the car that's going to make you stand out because everybody else doesn't have this car, and you go and you buy it. You drive it off the lot and it feels like that car is everywhere. Every corner you turn on, you see that red car. You bought it because you thought there was some uniqueness to it. There wasn't so many of them around. And now all of a sudden, the car is everywhere. Well, there's not more shiny red cars on the road. You're just more aware of it because you've gone through the process of bringing that car into your space, into your environment. It's your car now. So now when it goes by, before you didn't pay that much attention to it, but now it grabs your attention immediately because of the awareness that you created by buying it. That's what our mindset does for us. If you look at a situation and you see the problem, all you're going to see is more problem, right? And then you start to get weighed down, overwhelmed, heavy. It's hard to spiral, to spin out of that, right? It's very hard to spin out of that because that's what you're seeing. If you decide to look at the solution, focus on the solution, then you're going to see more opportunity to change things. You have a different mindset, you have a different focus, you turn on your creativity. It comes on like a spark, and you have the ability to start to what word am I looking for, just be more creative, and you may reach out to other people and collaborate and talk about your ideas, and you're just spitballing. There's opportunity, there's possibility. You see the possibility. When you're focused on the problem, you do not see possibility at all, you just see problem. When you focus on solution, you open up your mind, your heart, your spirit, your body. You open yourself up to the possibilities. You open yourself up to being, you're hopeful. And so now you can find solutions. It's a completely different way to think and to be and to exist. And Thanksgiving, being grateful, is a tool that helps you get there. You can focus on, even in this moment. I would have loved to have been outside, but the rain brought some gifts. So, in focusing on those gifts, instead of getting frustrated, I turned to my husband. I said, "Oh, just reminded, we don't have a rainy day plan. It doesn't rain that much in Texas, so it's always hot. It's so hot, so we do it early. But we didn't have a rainy day plan. But we didn't talk about the fact that, oh, if we're not careful, we're going to break the streak. Oh man, we're supposed to be walking right now. We didn't go down that rabbit hole of here's what's going wrong. We we immediately went to solution. Hey, we don't have a rainy day plan for our daily walk. It's like, well, we could. I think there's a gym at my job that I can hit the treadmill. And he goes, oh yeah, we could just go to the gym after work. So we'll figure it out. But it's because we were looking at solution, and that's a very small example, and that's an example that doesn't have a lot of weight to it, right? Heaviness. Sometimes what you're going through is so overwhelming that it's hard to think at all. But that is the time where you want to start to try and plug into the things that can help you. And the easiest thing is gratitude. It doesn't cost anything. There's an endless supply. You don't have to really borrow it from somebody else, but you can. If you can't find it for yourself, put yourself together with a friend that's in a good mindset as well, and they can help you. You can collaborate, you can bond, you can have somebody that's going to lift you up. There, you can turn your common days into Thanksgiving. Turn routine jobs into joy. A lot of people don't like their jobs, right? A lot of people's jobs don't pay them enough to provide the lifestyle that they would want. But without that job, what does your lifestyle look like? So you can turn routine jobs into joy. And when you're doing something that's routine, you can build efficiencies, and you may be able to do some other things at the same time. Maybe you play your favorite music while you're doing that routine job, so that helps to build you up. Maybe you're thinking and you're planning, and you know this isn't the place where you want to be forever, so you allow yourself to start to dream and figure out what your next move is going to be. But if you're focused on how much you hate the job, regardless of what the job is, if you're focused on the things that are wrong with the job, that's all you're going to see. And it affects your mood, it affects you emotionally, it affects your spirit. So you feel trapped. You're stuck in this environment. You're not. No matter what's going on, we're not trapped. We're not stuck. Every day we have decisions to make. All day long, we're making little micro decisions, little choices, day in and day out, that will either move us towards the life that we desire, keep us stuck in the position that we are, or even worse, send us backwards. So you have to turn the brain on, and you have to tap in, and you have to be aware of that you're making these choices all day long. When you're on autopilot, you're just doing, and you're not assessing the decisions that you're making. But when you turn that brain on and you connect to the activities that you're involved in, you get to make good decisions. Are these activities moving me forward? Are these activities bringing me joy? Are there things that I would rather be doing? And if the answer is yes, then you start to, how do I get there? How do I get from this routine job to the dream job, to starting the business, to whatever it is that you have in your heart? Well, while you're on that routine job, I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I've got some money coming in that at least takes care of a portion of what it is I'm trying to do. I'm grateful that I work physically in the office 3 days a week. 2 days a week, I work from home. I'm grateful that I'm not in the office 5 days a week. A lot of people on my job are mad that they have to go in 3 days a week. I see it differently. I'm grateful that I don't have to go in 5 days a week. It's all in the mindset. And so it makes it easier to get up, get going. I have to meet with you guys extra early. I have to do my walking even earlier than that so that I can get to that job, drive in, right? But I make choices to make that work and make it not be a burden. Burdens, something being a burden is, it depends on how you are looking at it. One of the things I'm grateful for, my niece and her 5 babies, they're from the age of 13 all the way down to one, moved in recently. And me and my husband were right at the empty nesters door. We had one kid left at home, and he's almost 20. So we know the clock's ticking on that one. And we have dreamed about what it was going to be like to have the house to ourselves and to be empty nesters, and, you know, allowing the kids to come visit. There's this TikTok that I love where the parents go to the kids' house and they leave the lights on, they drink out of the milk, they are real messy and don't clean up after themselves. The parents flip the script on the kids and act like kids when they go and visit their adult kids' house. Every time I see that, it cracks me up. The idea of that just thrills me. But when I go to my kids' house, I end up cleaning and organizing and stuff. But the idea of it really makes me makes me laugh. And so we were in that stage where it was almost time to flip the script. Now we have an adult and 5 kids in our house from the ages of 13 to 1. That means things are going to be a little stickier. Yesterday, a glass was broken. It's different. Think about the number of shoes at the front door. When you walk in, I open the door, there's shoes everywhere. And that could be frustrating to a lot of people. And when people hear that we've got them at the house and they're gonna be here for a while, people want to have sympathy, like, oh my God, I'm no, I'm so grateful, because every morning those babies come in and they give us hugs. When they get home from school, they give us hugs. Before they go to bed, they give us hugs. And they've brought so much life back into the house. And I think that I'm experiencing it that way because of my mindset, because the glass did break. The shoes do end up everywhere. Stuff gets sticky. The floors, it feels like they need to be swept 20 times a day. There's always something. And it doesn't bother me like it bothered me when my kids were young and I was rearing my own kids. Now I'm just so enamored with all the love and the joy and the happiness and the baby sounds and all that stuff that's in the house. I didn't realize how much I missed that until they came back. And so I'm grateful that they're here. And I want them to know that I'm grateful that they're here. Because I'm thinking as an adult, you may feel like you're putting upon somebody, like you're inconveniencing somebody. So I want to go out of my way to make sure that they know that their presence is enjoyed, that it's a good thing. And she's not here for a bad reason. She's back in school. She is continuing to, with 5 babies from the ages of 13 to 1, she is continuing to educate herself and get better jobs and put herself in a position for her and her kids to continue to have a better life. So I'm so proud of her. So being able to support that is awesome. And so I see way, way, way more positive than I see anything negative. I have cleaning products in my house so we can wash up the stickiness. The glasses, we're going to put them up a little bit higher. So when the little ones are trying to get something to drink, if they knock something over, it's going to be plastic. So we adjust. So in my routine day, in my routine life, I do find Thanksgiving and I do find joy, but it's a choice. It is a choice. Can you imagine how I would talk about them being here if the focus was on the broke glass, if the focus was on the shoes, if the focus was on any of that stupid stuff that's easily fixed? They bring so much more than that stuff. But I had to see that, right? It's a choice. And I want you guys to understand that in any given moment, even when the storm is happening, because storms come, but storms don't stay. Storms pass over. We go through storms. We don't stay in storms. And our mindset helps to shorten the time that the storm is around also. So I want you to understand that whatever is happening around you externally, 99.99% of the time, that is completely out of your control. But what's happening internally, barring your physical health, because sometimes that gets out of our control, but what's happening internally, 99.99% of the time, is completely within your control. You just have to remember that. And remember that you have the power. We are not subjective. We're not slaves. We're not victims of our thoughts and our feelings. We're not. We can arrest those things. We can take control over those things. We can use whatever is happening to us as a part of our come up, as a part of our learning, a part of our evolution. If we choose to find the gift in it, if we choose to find the learning in it. So I'm just asking you to turn your brains on high and tap in, connect, be aware of what's happening around you, and keep finding the gifts. They're there all day, every day. Even if it's just the ability to inhale and exhale, it's a gift that somebody lost last night. It's a gift that somebody won't have in an hour, tomorrow, right? That gift does not stay with us forever. So while we have it, let's make the most of it. And our mindset, more than anything, will play into that. And so just tap in, be aware, see the gifts around you all the time. And then it says changes ordinary opportunities into blessings. Social media now, in and of itself, has become ordinary. It's an ordinary opportunity. But for me, it's an absolute blessing because am consistently creating relationships, meeting people forming collaborations, planning things that we're going to do together to farther our businesses, to farther our relationships, to evolve our individual skills, and to give back to the world something. We're planning our legacies and what we're going to leave behind. We're all leaving something behind. Everybody. What are you leaving behind? It could be debt and bad feelings and all kinds of stuff. I have told my kids consistently for about, my son's 20, so almost 20 years, that I've lived a great life, that my beginning didn't even begin to dictate or to foretell how my life was going to unfold and the beautiful things that I was going to see and experience. If the little girl had no idea what was to come, if she did, she probably would have smiled bigger in some of those early pictures. And so, because your now doesn't dictate your tomorrow, when now is not what it wants to be, tap in, tap into your Thanksgiving, find your joy, because that is what's going to allow the creativity to come. Get into your quiet space and see what excites you. What are your unique skills? What are the things that you're naturally good at? What are the things that people always come to you for? Probably in that space is where your gifting is. And in your gifting is your solution. Your solution to whatever your problems are lie inside your gifting. Know where your gifting comes from. Mine comes from above. I can't tell you where yours comes from. That's a personal thing. You'll figure that out. And when you figure that out and you're tapped in to your source so that you're consistently replenished, and you figure out who you are and what your unique gift is, then you figure out how you're going to start to use that gift. How do I walk in to that gifting? How do I share my gift with the world? When you begin to share your gift with the world, things start to happen. Things start to open up. I believe that what I'm doing right now is a part of my gifting. I have the ability, like, I don't plan what I'm going to say every day. What I do, like, I'll get a quote like we did today and read that quote, and then what comes up comes out. I talk from the quote. Or sometimes I'll create an acrostic and read that. There's just different things that come to me. Sometimes I do research, or I read a book, or I hear something on TV. Sometimes I may go in the ChatGPT and say and do some research on a topic, and something will pop out. Well, it doesn't do any good for me to just read to you guys what I got from the research. And you could do that yourselves. I take from that research, hey Emma, 18, and I try and put my own unique spin on it. I use that as the starter for our conversation, right? That's what the quote was today. It was the starter. Eric, are you walking? It's still raining here, so I can't walk yet. So I use that to spark my creativity. And then I see myself, I'm going to use one of our words, Brian, Denise, and Eric. I see you guys are all here. Vessel. I believe that I'm a vessel, and that there's somebody listening right now that needs to hear something, not everything. You may not even agree with everything that I say. And that's okay. I'm completely okay with that. But if you get something, if you get one thing that you can incorporate into your life, then your time was well spent, right? You can integrate that into your thinking, into your doing, into your being. And then you're in a position to where you can do things a little differently, because change doesn't happen. The things that we want don't happen until we do something different than what we've been doing every day. So just pick something. I am literally not here for votes. I am not here to make everybody think that everything that I say is just so profound that you have to go out and, record this and listen to it all day and go out and this is how you live your life. I've lived long enough to know that I don't have all the answers. Good morning, beautiful Crystal. I know that, right? I know that some of what I say is going to stick to somebody, and a lot of what I say will just run right off. I may say something and somebody's like, she has no idea. And they'll disconnect. They'll keep scrolling. They'll move on. And I'm okay with all of that because I'm okay with me. I'm just here to share my story, my experiences, what comes through me as a vessel. And my sincere prayer is that somebody picks up something that makes their day a little better, that makes their experience a little better. They can tweak something here, and because of that tweak, their results are a little different, a little better. That's what it's all about for me. And you all have a gift. The question is not to answer for me, but for you to answer for yourself. What is that gift? Do you know what your gifting is? Do you know where your gifting lies? If you can find that, man, is that something to be thankful for? Find that and figure out how you do more of it because the world needs it. You were given that gift for a reason, right? I've got a sister and a daughter that are teachers, and their kids absolutely love them and send them the best notes. They both coached as well, because they're both D1 basketball players. I'm proud of my family. Um, and so they've coached, they've taught, and they pour something unique into those kids that keeps drawing the kids back. Even after they've moved on from their classes, they still have positive interactions when they see these kids. They leave them lovely notes throughout and at the end of the year and things like that. They are uniquely gifted to speak into the lives of young people. A lot of teachers are. Most teachers are, gifted to teach and to show you how to solve whatever problem it is that their class, that they, that their subject. And then there's those teachers, I can think of them without even trying, the teachers that really poured into me beyond the textbook and really helped me to find who I was, and they encouraged me in a way that made me believe I could do anything. They're those kinds of teachers, my sister and my daughter. And so those kids have somebody that's cheering them on outside the classroom, outside their sports, and building them up as people and preparing them for what's next in life. And that's a powerful, powerful thing. And you have the power in your unique gifting. So take time to think about what lights you up, what really brings you joy. What are you naturally good at that you can get better at if you start to develop those things? Sometimes we rest on our natural gifting and we never pour into it. But when you start to pour into those things and evolve them and give them away by interacting from your gifting, you'll be surprised what opportunities open up for you. That's literally the story of my life. A lot of the things that have opened up, I couldn't have dreamed. I couldn't have planned. They've happened, but they've happened because of the spaces that I've been in, the things that I've been doing. And that exists for you as well. So I want to encourage you to find your gifting, be grateful for it, but don't just rest on it and let it be what it is. Evolve it, develop it, cherish it so that it can become fully what it was meant to be. And start to walk in that gifting, start to share that gift and watch what opportunities open up for you. So you guys have been busy writing. Let's see. I'm grateful for today is beautiful Matt's 33rd birthday. Happy birthday, Matt. Let's see. Let's see. What is Eric saying? Soul speaker joy. Oh, he said, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's see. Mentor at Mental Wealth Inc. Eric, what is that? Mental Wealth Inc. Is that a actual? Know your story. Yeah. You have to know your story and know your gifting and give it away in your interactions with others so that you develop it and see what comes from there, what opportunities open up for you. So that is it. I've kept you guys a little long today. I got lost in my own words, and that's what happens when you don't have a roadmap. You just had the beginning. All I had was the quote, and then I just kind of went from there. So thank you guys for sticking around. I am wishing you a wonderful, wonderful, thankful Thursday. Continue to think about the what you're thankful for. Take gratitude with you throughout the day. You can come back to this if you see this video later. Then by all means, drop in what you're grateful for as well. Let's keep the grateful train going all day long, all across all these different forms of social media. Gratitude is powerful. It's a tool, it's a way of life, it's a way of thinking. And the more you use it, the more you will find to be grateful for. Okay, Eric, I got it. So let me scroll back to it. So at Mental Wealth Inc. Oh, that's our friend Erskine. Um, that's Erskine Edwards financial literacy. So if any of you guys are interested in that, at Mental Wealth Inc. at Erskine 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 Edwards. He's on LinkedIn. He may be on other places as well, but I see him every day on LinkedIn, and he brings financial literacy, but he brings it from not just a not just talking about the financial literacy. He's big. He's the one of the most avid readers I've run into in a long time, and he's real strong on mental health and having that in addition to your wealth, so that you are in the best place possible, mind, body, and soul. Beatrice, you are very welcome. Kim, you have a fabulous day as well, and I want to wish you all a happy, happy, happy thankful Thursday, and we will be back tomorrow morning for Focus Friday. On Focus Friday, we talk about the tool of focusing, using focus to advance your life and get you to the things that you want to accomplish. So you guys share, comment, and keep the interactions going. And I will see you back tomorrow. Thanks everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.